Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another awesome video. In this particular video, I am going to share with you how to properly prepare for the harsh Canadian winter. This is how to best save money for your family or for yourself during the long harsh Canadian winter, especially if you are an African immigrant here in Canada, Nigeria in particular, or West Africa, where we eat a lot of fresh vegetable, okay, green leafy vegetable, or peppers like tatashe or shombo and tomatoes. This is the time to prepare them for those winter period, because from September up till November is the peak season to buy your tomatoes and your peppers and prep them, freeze them very well for during those high price, which is the winter season. So this is what I'm trying to do here. I'm just washing my kale. I use a lot of kale. If you are an OG on this channel, you will know how much I love kale. So because I use kale a lot, I start preparing them from summertime when the price is still very good. I buy this one about $1.99 per bunch, and the bunches are big. Actually is big. One bunch is big, and of this I have here is about 6 bunch, okay, of kale, which is not bad. During the winter time, you're going to be getting half or even 1/4 of this for the same price, or double the price. You can imagine. So what I'm doing here is just I'm washing it with water. I put a little bit of vinegar and baking soda in the water to help remove some of the pesticide they use in growing and in preserving the vegetables. So that's all I do. I leave it here to drain. As you can see, I'm even using my dish rack. Yes, you use everything possible. Just wash the dish rack and make sure it's clean, and then you put it there, let it drain a little bit before I go ahead to chop it. Okay, you can cut it however you want. You can even leave it without cutting it. Once you bring it out, it's frozen. It's easy for you to just use something and pounce on it, and it will break into pieces, so you don't even have to worry yourself. But anyhow, I am going ahead to cut the vegetable in smaller pieces. I'll put it in Ziploc bag, portion it in Ziploc bags, and it's ready to go. When it's time to use it, you just bring it out frozen and cook it from frozen. It's as good as when it's still fresh, okay? There's no alteration in the taste or in the texture. It's just very beautiful. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing here. I have some of them already prepared before, ahead of time. What I do is, instead of doing this in one day, trust me, it's better for you to do it in batches. And that's what I've done throughout the summer. I'm doing it in batches. I buy a lot more than I need each time I go, and then I just wash it, cut it, and put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. So I think this is the last batch that I'm doing. If I go to the store again and it's still inexpensive, I'll still buy. I'll keep on buying until when it gets to, or when I don't have space anymore, then I'll stop buying. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. After the kale, I am going to transition into the tomatoes and the peppers that you see me buy in my previous video, which is the last video before this one. So that's what I'm doing here. Remember, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, kindly support your girl by subscribing to my channel, turning on your post notification, and also sharing my videos with your family and friends. You never know who is going to benefit from this kind of videos. It is time to wash the tomatoes. I've left tomatoes for about 5 days since the time I bought it. So some of them are already starting to go bad. All I'm just going to do here is just to wash it. To be honest with you, if you are going to do this, don't do it all in one batch. It's better for you to buy it small, small, or if you have help that can help you, because it is time consuming. You're going to stay in the kitchen doing this for a long time. So I am telling you now so you can prepare ahead of time, okay? Before you get caught up doing this and you will be so tired. So I'm just trying to remove some of the bad ones, cut up some of the bad ones. I will just cut this into two, like cut them into two to fit into the pot for it to cook down. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because if you put this in the, unless if you have enough freezer space, then you don't have to, just put it in the Ziploc bag and put in the freezer. But I want to cook it down, okay, to reduce the quantity so that they can fit in the freezer. For this one, I'm trying to remove I'm trying to remove some of the seeds, but in the next clip, I'm not going to remove the seed because those tomatoes are much smaller and it was taking me so much time to do this. So, you know what? We're not going to do it in the next one. So I'm just cutting it here, put it in the pot and boil it to cook it down. Once it becomes soft, then I will I will turn off the stove and let it come to room temperature before I drain out the water, and then divide them into smaller portion, put in the Ziploc
So
bag,
these ones,
and in the
because they are
freezer
too
it goes.
tiny, they are so small, I'll be cutting it. I'll not be removing the seeds. I'll just be cutting it and putting it in this way so that I don't stay here forever. So far I have these 3 pots, all 3 of them. I still have more inside here, but I'm just going to put these ones on fire to start cooking. I have these ones, so I'll be putting in the freezer just like this. I'll continue to add as it comes down. Some of it has come down. I'll just continue to add 1, 2,
Why are the potatoes going to be four? I mean tomatoes. Why are they going to be four?
No, we're not putting this in the freezer. So we're going to so we have tomatoes to cook, our jollof rice and stews and all of that.
Mommy, are you please set up the Christmas tree today?
Already? Today is November 1. You want us to set up the Christmas tree already? These ones, I'll just put them in the fridge so that we can have fresh tomatoes. These ones are still very plump, so we can have fresh tomatoes for making like egg, stuff like that.
Thank God the kale is out of the way, the tomatoes are out of the way. It is time to focus on the peppers. I have my son who's gonna help me with these peppers because man, doing those tomatoes was not easy. But yeah, this doing the tomatoes was not easy. The peppers will be more difficult because we're going to cut it in different sizes, as you're going to see as the vlog progress. So I need the help as much as possible. That's what I'm saying. That you cannot do it all at once. It's better for you to do it in batches. You're going to help yourself when you do it in batches. Another thing that I want to say is I know that some of you might have question, is it actually necessary to buy all these peppers and tomatoes and vegetable? How about the money you're going to use um, in preserving it, like the energy cost? But I'm telling you, yes, there's a lot of benefit for doing this ahead of time because during the harvest season, you can even buy a box of these peppers for as low as $15, and tomatoes you can buy it as low as 8 9 $10. So you can imagine during the winter time and you're trying to pay so much, you'll be paying like 5.99, 6.99 per pound for tomatoes and peppers because they don't it's impossible to grow them here during the winter time unless the greenhouse farms that can grow them during the winter time. But even at that, they cannot grow enough for the whole population. Yes, they do import some of these fresh fruits and vegetables from neighboring countries like Mexico and some warm states from in the United States, but still yet there's a lot of cost for transportation during the winter period because it's coming from a far place. But still yet it's not going to be the same price as during the harvest season that you have this thing in abundance. Secondly, when you're buying, if you don't buy it, if you don't do it this way, you are going to be spending double or triple the amount that this thing costs during the winter. And okay, this is another thing. Your energy bills are going to be high during the winter. It's inevitable because you're going to be keeping your house warm. Okay, so your gas bill and your electricity bill is going to be high. Can you imagine if you're bleeding from two pockets at the same time? It's going to be very, very hard for you. So, this is one of the ways to save money. So, at least you know that the food is out of the way and all you're focusing is on the energy bill. Okay, and another point, the third point is when you do this ahead of time, it makes cooking very much easy. You spend less time in the kitchen cooking because most of the ingredients are already prepped. If you're going to fry your tomatoes, it's not going to take you so long to fry it when it's done like this, when it's frozen or when you cook it down and drain the water as opposed to if you're doing it from fresh. Okay, so all the water is still there and it just takes more time. This is much better. Okay,
Have these ones. They're chopped. I'm trying to make these ones. I have these big ones already cut up. So out when you're ready to use them. So these are going down to the freezer. And then the shambles. 3 guys. I just washed it and removed the stems, and that's it. I still have another one here in the freezer. I lay them down this way, so when it's done it will be easy, it will not all clump up. So I'm gonna leave that one there and go downstairs. Look at what he did. I told him to come and put them, and he came and put them here. He came and put them right here. This is the freezer. Okay. I already have some things. These are our vegetables. More on this side, and then I have some of these tomatoes. Okay, let me put this up here actually. A lot of space in the freezer. See, I still have tons of space, but I think the arm of the fridge is full. That's the arm. Oops, it's going far away. Yeah, that's the arm. It's full, which is good. I still have plenty of space. So when I get my meat, I'll have plenty of space to put them. See, I still have space. That's why I like stand-up freezer. You can see your food very well, so you don't have to be digging and digging to find your food. I put meat here. When I buy meat, when I buy all the meat later, I will move these ones. I will move these ones from here up here. Everything will be here. The cooked food will be up there, and then I'll put meat here and here. Plus I still have my freezer, the freezer part of my fridge. This one is just freezer. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. It's been a long while. Yeah. Okay, good night. See you guys in my next video. Ciao.